What are we doing right now? Are we winning? Feels like we're winning. Feels like we're winning. Cognitive misers, stay away. Cognitive miser is a person who's lazy in thinking. Oh, Larry, he's actually got some really good things to say. No way, he's gay. That's cognitive miser. Or, wow, his breakdown of Flywheel, it's some genius analysis. If you get past the jargon. What? No way, he's a total scam artist. Cognitive miser. What they don't teach you at YCombinator is the desire to suck up somebody else's brain. The desire to suck up somebody else's brain. And that's via reading. And that's via being awesome. What they don't teach you at YCombinator about reading books. Everybody is default podcast. That's not a good thing. Because if you're default having a person tell you stories via story time, you're gonna be working and springboarding out of a hole. Whereas everybody else is using a springy trampoline to jettison forward, where you're gonna be jumping from a dirt hole that's dug deep. And you're not gonna be able to spring up, which is being able to suck up somebody's brain like Naval Ravikant. Almanac, the Balaji book that's similar to Naval Ravikant's. Benoit Mandelbrot's book, The Misbehavior of Markets. Michael Saylor's book that is unwritten but extrapolated, The Bitcoin Wave, because he wrote The Mobile Wave, which you don't see a brand new hashtag that's come online. Hashtag EUTWMPPMM. Engineering up a tidal wave of momentum, perpetual promotion, money machine. How cool is that? First try, by the way. Thank you very much. That's live action business case study 1459. Is that why I'm wearing a sport coat today? No, it's because today is a vacation day, and why not dress up and go to a work conference, burning Duck 9 vacation days? Which is, what in the world is going on with MicroStrategy? Oh, thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. I'm hot. Which is, engineer up a tidal wave of momentum, perpetual promotion, machine of money. It's a flywheel. It's a flywheel. I went ahead and helped you out with this. Do you like how I'm not even reading my own hashtags? I'm just acing it. Because the other thing that you can ace is an external API, which also applies to YCombinator. When you're trying to do a startup and then you're using language that is, I'm gonna go bankrupt soon, that language goes something like this. Oh, we're really close to doing a partnership so that way we don't have to worry about distribution. What? No partnerships, you loser. You're gonna go bankrupt. You wanna do an external API. Do you think MicroStrategy or Duck 9 was like, hello Federal Reserve, we'd like to run an external API in? We know that you're a privately held corporation and you're actually 0 for 2, you're not federal, and there's no reserves. And so, why are we asking for permission when you can't even say yes? That's why, without consent, we can proceed forward. Does that make you nervous when I say no consent? Hey, I know I don't have consent yet, so I'd like to API into your system to strategize the bond market. And without your permission, I'm going to walk through 2 types of avoidance: collateral avoidance and default ducking. So that way we duck bankruptcy. Oh my God, oh my God. Is Duck 9 real? This is a PhD thesis in deeply understood credit knowledge, which is just avoid collateral. Michael Saylor, live action business case study 1459, issued $1.75 billion in notes. What do you get if it all goes to poop? You get $75 million and a little bit of stock. That's it. That is it. Normally, shareholders, and I am a shareholder, don't want dilution, don't want accretion, and don't want volatility. Instead of running away from the Larry Chang dilution, accretion, and volatility, instead of running away from me, you should be running towards me. That's also what Michael Saylor MicroStrategy tongue twister, which is you want to run towards dilution. You want to run towards accretive. You want to run towards volatility. This is the engineering of not a Ponzi, but maybe an advanced Ponzi. Because remember, what they don't teach at YCombinator is it's not a scam artistry. Ponzi's would actually work if you didn't do it the white, black, and Italian way. Italian people, white people, and black people. The way they run Ponzi's is different from how a Chinese person runs Ponzi. This is stuff that's hilarious, but it's also true. This is why. White and black people talk trash in a way that is so confident. It's so confident. Like, I cry at my inability to have white and black person confidence. I just can't be that confident with no skills. Like, how do all y'all do that? Like, that takes some next level. That's like some vagina like confidence of, oh, I'm here. I'm gonna change the world. I'm gonna change the world. Oh, are you doing that from your community college? Oh, are you saying that you're 13 years away from an engineering degree? Can I give you a med school degree without any biology or chemistry maybe? That's how you're gonna get confidence? Is you're waiting for an institution to ink you as the next thing? Those things aren't gonna hold water. And that's a chemistry pun intended because the confidence of running a Ponzi comes from not spending the gains. Just don't spend the gains. Don't reallocate your fiat. Like, a Ponzi would actually work. I kept on hearing, oh, he's running a Ponzi, he's running MLM, and that's right at the beginning of this YC script, which I actually use, called Cognitive Miser. If everything you don't understand is Hitler, then why are you so lazy in thinking? It's not because you're lazy in thinking, it's because your phone's not so smart, it's really just breaking your brain. Sing it with me. You know the words. My phone's not so smart, it's really just breaking my brain. Did I write that for somebody else, or did I end up writing that song for myself? That would be, I wrote it at LA, specifically the greater Los Angeles area. Your phone's killing your brain. Your phone's killing your brain. And so you're not able to process new information, even if it comes from the smartest first smartest person on the planet, second baddest motherfucker on the planet. Me. I don't want to be the smartest, okay? It pains me that YC still has a fatality rate of over 50%. What? Why are so many startups still dying? You know what? give me 2 stuffed animals. 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 And then add a third, and I will help your company not go bankrupt. This is a real meeting that I had yesterday within GP and LP under 2024 Limited Partner Thought Leadership Season. It's the 14th annual. Next year, 2025, is going to be the 15th annual Limited Partner Thought Leadership Season. 16th annual. It's annual, okay? Limited partners, people who give VCs, PEs, and hedgies money and expect some of that money back. There's a thought leadership season. Within this, I reached out to Insurance AUM, Insurance Assets Under Management, Insurance AUM. They were literally going to use a peregrine falcon as a mascot, but then they didn't want to because of some like detailed thing that I didn't get. What we're gonna do is we're gonna install, oh, is this an external API again? Again. External API again. Which is installing a Shih Tzu as the unofficial mascot during Limited Partner Thought Leadership Season. So while I'm explaining to you the MIT alum who took 50K and made it 10 million, 50K and turned it into 10 million, another 50K and turned it into 10 million, now he's sitting at a net worth of just north of 15, 20, 26 billion. Okay, so like it keeps on going up, but like, let's just call it what it is, which is 100, which is 1,000 millions, 2,000 millions, 200 millions, 200,000 millions, 200,000 millions, 25,800 millions. In a escalating net worth that we can pattern recognize, so that way we don't jealously say, oh, I want to do a flywheel attached to a meme coin, attached to a publicly traded company. No, that is not the point of this video, because what they don't teach you at YCombinator is business model like Alexander Ostrander's methodology of teaching, which is how do you take 50K and turn it into 10 mil 2 or 3 times, like the way that Larry Chang, Michael Saylor, and Elon Musk and Tom Brady did it. We're not taking 2 billion to turn it into 30 billion. That's for Web 4. Put a pin in that. What you gotta do is you gotta take 50K and turn it into 10 million. That's what they don't teach you at YCombinator. They sometimes will hint at it in the same way that I have innuendo that I'm heterosexual, right? And that's confusing for people. And so this is the non-confusing stuff that we've gone into, which is hashtag EUTWMPPMM. Engineer up, get a pen and write this down. Like I can feel you just anal sphinctering your horrible digestive tract. Write this down, seriously, get a pen. Hashtag EUTWMPPMM. Engineer up a tidal wave of momentum, perpetual promotion machine of money. Now, we're gonna take 50K and we're gonna turn it into 10 mil the way that early YC founders who are VCs now, the leadership team, the way they did it, and then later they deleted how they did it. They deleted it. It's not a conspiracy. I have receipts where I watched them delete it. I'm like, why are you deleting the best stuff. This is why. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I just want to be known as a double-digit millionaire because it's embarrassing for me to be a single-digit millionaire, okay? I'm embarrassed. And will you just stop embarrassing me? Because I don't want you to have known me before I became a millionaire. What? That's the best part of you. You currently, in your higher echelon, you're insufferable. Listening to you complain this complaint. Oh my God, I had no idea that only 3 Bitcoin would buy me a Lamborghini. Like, I guess I could buy like 5,000 now per year. What? What? You're too big to fit in one of those cars, okay? You're too big. Have you test rode in one? Have you ridden in the passenger seat? It sucks, okay? Feels like my ass is dragging on the ground and my knees are like, it's trying, look, you know what it is? It's a car that feels like I'm trying to suck my own dick with a device, okay? Which I don't do that, okay? It's no fap November for 12 months. I delegate that to somebody else. Here's another complaint. Oh, sometimes I get confused as to which book is in which house. What? You have multiple houses with multiple libraries? Why don't you just get a copy for all of them? What? Why don't you just order? Well, I don't need to hear you complaining about it. Here's another complaint that's good. That's horrible. Sometimes when I'm making too much money, I get stressed. I kind of like the bear markets. That's actually true. Playing the game on easy mode, I mean, I need to burn vacation days and like get away. Hashtag Duck9, external API. It was great to meet you via this video. I'm like this all the time. External API for Duck9? Oh, good question. I ran an external API into TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Why? Because I sniffed out the business model for the 3 credit bureaus. Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax are all brokering negative information. True story. So what's the solution? Do a partnership? You don't do a partnership with Fair Isaac. You don't do a fair partnership with the Pritzker family at TransUnion or Experian Equifax. You don't. You API in. You just put it right in, your API. Initially, your API is going to be small and shitty, okay? And that's okay because you can work with that small and crappy API. This works for everything. And Ryan from TypesFast, he blocked me after I read his Genius Freight post on insurance. And I'm like, you're running an external API into the insurance industry. And he was like, oh, you're making fun of me, I'm gonna block you. I saved the receipts because that's what YC tends to do, is you went to like your safety college, Cal, or Harvard. Sorry, Stanford didn't let you in. And then now you got into YC, which is harder to get into than Stanford. And then now you're starting to feel yourself at the $0 million level while trying to be as confident as a unicorn. And do you see the whole white and black person confidence? Like, what? Like Asian people like Tony Hsieh, he had demons because he still felt like he wasn't at where he needed to be at the $1 billion level. Like, did he have massive confidence? No. I argue that he had not enough confidence as a multi-billionaire who was running an external API into Las Vegas, downtown. So what I did with Duck9 was I ran an external API via the secret G-spot of credit. It's funny, but it's also true, which is Post Office Box 16589. Because what is needed is positive information into TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. I'm going to be late for my meeting, but I'm talking past this because this is critical stuff that you need to know, which is I got these external APIs from my mentor. It's Guacamole recipe number 23. I got it from a book from 1983 called What They Don't Teach You at Harvard Business School. Mark McCormack, he ran an external API into fashion, New York Fashion Week. He started that. He ran a external API into pro golf. Have you heard of the golf tour, right? PGA? He did senior golf tour. He added one word, Peter Thiel. Oh, everybody loved and trusted him initially, right? No. He sounded like a poli-sci major who was ADD and conflicted about so many things internally that he sounded like he was blocked, like digestively blocked and mentally blocked. And so what did he do to get over his initial being poor? What did he do? He changed Harvard Law Review to Stanford. I wonder who Peter Thiel's mentor is. Mark McCormack, What They Don't Teach at Harvard Business School. Don't hate me, just love me. What they don't teach you at Stanford Business School. Don't hate it. Just be one of the first early adopters of Larry Chang inside of Y Combinator and be like, that Larry Chang, he's a genius. I'm one of Larry Chang's mentees too, just like Peter Thiel. Digestive tract. You gotta manage your butthole because you can't be spending 10 minutes on the pooper because you're gonna get Crohn's disease, and then as soon as you go to a doctor for digestive health, stick a fork in you because those drugs work opposite the way it intends because it's a mortgage on your future digestive health by having it digestively healthy looking in the near term. Let me repeat that. Digestive health is a lot like venture capital where you're mortgaging your future by taking a hit and seemingly be financially healthy. So you take in the VC money, oh my God, I'm rich. You're not. Now you just have a mortgage note holder for the future that could fire you to gain more equity in your company. Am I now full circle back to live action business case study 1459? Yes, because live action business case study 1451 is Overstock. And with Patrick Byrne, I'm making sure that I stay on time because I'm not on time, I'm late. Because Patrick Byrne almost got fired because short sellers were running an external API into Overstock by selling shares that they didn't own. Oh my God, this video is genius because what now Michael Saylor's doing is live action business case study 1459. I wish I didn't have 3,373 live action business case studies where I'm the only one promoting it. You can have it for free, okay? You financially benefit. And if you want to flip me $3 or $7 million as a thank you, and then maybe keep me as a Instagram friend instead of firing me as a Facebook friend when you become a centicorn, be my guest. Be my guest. Bali dollars. Are you a millionaire in Bali dollars? This is what they don't teach you at Y Combinator, is that the US dollar has so much emotional significance where you're blocked. Like you feel like $1 million is impossible because if your dad would have had $1 million, he wouldn't have left your mom. And I don't mean to laugh, but like, did I just explain all of your mental and emotional releasing? Yeah, because I wrote the sequel book report to Matt James' book, Mental Emotional Release, with the book MMER, monetary, mental, emotional release. Because if you have money problems, you're going to be kind of a dick dad.